Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you your daily Tesla report for Thursday, December 12th, 2024. Let's take a look at the charts. Actually, before I go into the charts, I want to mention that on Wednesday, wickedstocks.com put out two stock picks, one on American Airlines and the other on Broadcom. One is actually in a very recent big picture buy signal over the last few days. The other is right on the edge of one. We present all the conditions, the support levels, what to do and what to expect, what our targets are. You can check it out for free by going to wickedstocks.com and taking advantage of our 5-day free trial where you can see those two stock picks, last week's stock picks, daily triple Q, daily SPY, weekly Apple stock, etc., etc. So go to wickedstocks.com and check it out. So here we are. This is a weekly bar chart of Tesla. If you've been following the series for the last month or two, you know that about a month ago, Tesla settled a weekly session, a Friday afternoon, above the 339 even 2-year or nearly 2-year channel top that then indicated a return to the 414.49 November 21 all-time high within 2 to 3 months. We've actually taken it out now inside of 1 month, and our ultimate objective has been all along the 501.54, really nearly 5-year channel top that I've been talking as roughly a 3 to 5 month objective. And now that we've got the settlement, I'm assuming we're going to settle the week Friday above 414.49. I mean, that is a pretty strong assumption to make. We still have a couple of solid trading days left. But it looks to me like bullish momentum firmly intact, and we'll just see how this plays out. But assuming we close Friday above 414.49, that 501.54 is then likely within 2 to 3 months, quite possibly by the end of January. When you push onto new all-time highs and you don't have a lot of line studies to hang your hat on, so to speak, which we really don't, I use these Fibonacci wave counts, A, B, C. And so this 1.5, this 435.02, I've reduced it to an intraday resistance level. It was just a couple of weeks ago where it was actually a 3-star resistance, considered kind of a 1 to 2 week target above 414.49. We may actually see this level today. And in fact, I don't want to encourage aggressive selling here. I do think it might contain daily buying pressures. I scratched my head for a moment or two in terms of should this be intraday resistance only or should this be a session containment level? And I just want to keep it light. It might contain daily buying pressures. 435.02 is nothing more than B minus A times 1.5 plus B. It's about as simple as that. And then 458.32 is the same method, but 1.618 added to B. And so, and then I will tell you also at 458.32, you've got 459.78. This is a pretty healthy resistance area that with present volatility, we just might see by the end of the week. 459.78 is, by the way, B minus C plus B, a full swing to the upside. So I do think the upper 450s are going to be a trouble spot on the first attempt. Just might contain weekly buying pressures, but I wouldn't fall in love with the short side unless we see a sell signal on weakness, and we just don't have that right now. I say play it light. If you're going to sell the market above the market, I would do so exiting a long position, taking profits that you may have owned the market. Actually, you may have bought Tesla a few weeks ago when we had the buy signal above 339 even, and then finally closing above 459.78 should yield a 501.54 within just another 1 to 3 weeks. So we could see this much sooner than expected. Downside, I'm just going to talk big picture right now, and we're not going to see it unless we close Friday back below 414.49. But just know as we move through the first quarter, this 333.03 to 339 even area is a solid zone of long-term support, above which 501.54 remains a big picture 3 to 5 month target. And if we close Friday above 414.49, I think we could see it by the end of January, perhaps. We still have 389.76. I need to scroll through these charts just a little bit. There's a steeply rising channel bottom at 404.21. So if we happen to break 414.49, that is that all-time high, previous all-time high, 404.21 in reach, and I've thrown in 402.38 in terms of our downward pivot point through the rest of the week. 402.38, nothing more than Wednesday's low. And if we settle back below 402.38, we are closing below either the low of the high, or we put out a new high on Thursday, falling back to close below 402.38. That's a key reversal high. Either way, I would expect tomorrow, I would expect 389.76. And yes, over the next day or two, 374.30. That is a kind of a 1 to 2 day target. Let's just call it a 1 day target below 402.38. I do think after having pushed through, the 414.49 high, and closing above it on a daily basis, then falling back to close back below it as well as the 404.21, 402.38 region. That is a real route. I'm talking like into next week. And if we do close below 402.38, 404.21, below all of these levels, if we close below 402.38, then I would anticipate really this channel bottom at 358.13 by the end of next week or sooner. This would be a 3 to 5 day swing trade to the downside. So if we close below 404.21, I see no good reason to stay long Tesla. If your time horizon is typically 3 to 5 days, 1 to 2 weeks, because I see the market likely to give it back into the upper 350s where we could bottom out at least on a weekly basis. I even have that as an intraday level. These are misweighted. This should be a 3-star support level at 358.13. My apologies, but 358.13 able to contain selling on a weekly basis, and we can round up again from there to new highs. And of course, all day long we have the low to upper 330s as a long-term support, which I'm not expecting to see anytime soon anyway. So let me back up just a little bit and clarify a couple things. 3 to 5 day swing trade remains bullish above 414.49. That is a level that can be bought. It's about the only one in the neighboring vicinity that can be bought because it is that former high. And if you're a day trader, you're buying 414.49, holding out for 435.02. Yes, that's in reach today. If you're a 3 to 5 day swing trader, you're long above 414.49, or you're buying 414.49 in anticipation of this upper 450s, 458.32 to 459.78, where profits can be taken. Should you go short up here? That's entirely up to you. It depends on how aggressive you are in your trading, because we could fall back to 414.49 from the upper 450s within a week or two of doing so. Closing above 459.79, it is go long, stay long for the following 2 to 3 weeks to 501.54. Now to the downside, once again, 3 to 5 day swing traders, it really is this image here. You could call this kind of a range. It's a wide range, 10 points anyway, 414.49 down to 404.21. That is your bottom picking zone. Bullish momentum firmly intact through the rest of the week and into next above it. If we close below 404.21, then it is reverse. Reverse, and even consider playing the short side down to 358.13 within about 3 to 5 days or by the end of next week. And as far as this 404.21 level goes, for safekeeping, if you want to add 402.38, be my guest, nothing more than Wednesday's low. And closing below that, along with these two other points, is a solid reversal to the downside. I don't want to get overly bearish. I'm really not. I'm bullish long term as already described, but I do think by the end of next week we could fall into the upper 350s and climbing. So if you're more of a short-term swing trader, 3 to 5 days or so, I would not be long Tesla overnight with a settlement today below 404.21. Until then, it is go long, stay long, 3 to 5 day swing traders, expecting the upper 450s realistically by the end of next week. And yes, following that long-term buy signal almost a month ago, 501.54 is calling the market. And that is really all I've got. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. Check out those stock picks we put out on Wednesday in American Airlines and Broadcom. I will be back tomorrow, of course, with Friday's Tesla. And you have a great evening.